Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. Well, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing just fine. There are a lot of changes going on in this world. I would say a lot of them are inevitable, you know, whether we like them or not, they're happening. They're happening. But I want to talk about the pros and cons of each party. Now, I know the country is extremely divided to the point where the Democrats hate the Republicans and Republicans hate the Democrats, that kind of stuff. I think it's more so we the people. We the people are that divided. I believe the political government system, especially at this federal level, I think they're all buddies and friends. Behind the scenes, they all one big happy family. And they are becoming richer and more just richer as we the people become we bear the burden. We bear the burden so that they can be rich. So, you know, they both parties are guilty of that. Some people come in to their offices, their positions, um, perhaps middle class, maybe a little above middle class, something like that. By the time they leave office on governmental income, which is not a lot, I mean, it's more than us, we the people, it's more than our money, but it's not millions and millions. So it's almost like the political offices have become like an offspring for the average American person to pursue and become a millionaire. So, they both are guilty of that, whether Democrat or Republican, you know. Um, but as far as the Democrat Party, I'll start with them because I spent from ages 18 until Hillary Clinton. From ages 18 until Hillary Clinton, when it comes to federal government, I didn't even consider the Republican Party at all. I was raised to believe that they were the ones who were the rich people who were trying to keep the working class Democratic people poor. That's what I was raised to believe. So I believed it. Why not? Don't bite the hand that feeds you. And my family, that's what they taught me. And so that's what I went by with no thought until Hillary Clinton. And I got to thinking, wait, this makes no sense. This doesn't add up, you know? So when she lost, I paid attention. I paid close attention to the male vote. The male vote, you know? And and I accept the fact that we women, as much as we fight and fight and fight and fight, so to speak, to be in certain positions with men, to work among men, have equality and fairness and stuff like that, be included, you know. That election proved that It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I'm like, okay, well, if that's not going to happen, the Democrat Party has a lot to explain. It has a lot to explain. And I refuse to vote for Biden. I did not vote for Biden. No, 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 no. I've learned since Hillary Clinton not to just vote for the person in a party. I believe that the men on the Democratic side, um, they're not playing their hand well. They're not. I believe they string women along. The Democrat side. I'll get to the Republican side in a minute, okay? But the Democratic Party, they string women along. They string black people along, women along. They kind of use DEI and civil rights and all that stuff like a carrot. It's like a dangling carrot, you know. They keep it before us to keep us motivated and encouraged to fund the party. And they make a lot of promises, you know. And, they do little things to make it seem like, they're sincere. They, well, I'll use the word breadcrumb. I want to say that the Democratic Party breadcrumbs minorities, and put that hope in front of us like a dangling carrot, That's my opinion, you know. Now, I'm not going to say that the Democratic Party has not done anything good. I'm not saying that at all. I was raised on them. I was raised on the Democratic Party, you know. Um, I mean, they come up with some fun things for minorities. They know how to keep us busy, occupied, you know, keep us hopeful. They know how to do that. But they never really allow us to obtain all these promises that they make. Not really. But they do a good job of keeping us um, interested. They keep us there. You know what I mean? They do a good job of it's almost like we're held hostage over there. Poor people, working class people. It's like we're almost held hostage. We can't, it's like we're unable to see beyond it because, you know, on many levels, we don't know anything else. And we think the other side is just so bad. They're evil, they're the devil, they're, rich people, they don't care about us and blah, 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 blah. You know, I get it. I mean, I was raised that way. You know what I mean? So, but let me just switch over real quick to the Republican side. Okay, so the Republican side, I grew up thinking that they were the enemy all the way up until Hillary Clinton. Like I said earlier, you know, but once Hillary Clinton lost, I lost all respect for the Democrat Party, all respect, because it just didn't make sense. As far as America goes and white women go, as far as we know, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, but they're just not known. But as far as people we know, as far as a white woman, she was the most qualified, as far as for the position. She was, I believe, raised in a political type family, some kind of way. She went to college for political stuff. She married a politician. She was in the White House with her politician husband, the president, President Clinton, for 8 years. I mean, she did the doggone thing. If any white woman was qualified to have that job, it was her. And I was disappointed. And I've said in other videos, I was out in California visiting, visiting a couple that I was interested in at the time. But I flew home. I actually booked a flight and came home so I could vote for her. I was a diehard Democrat. You know what I mean? I rode it until the wheels fell off, and Hillary was the fall off point for me, you know. Now, had Kamala Harris been first, oh, I probably would have been like all extra in as well. I wouldn't have cared about her past, her husband's past. I wouldn't have cared about none of that. Um, Almost black woman is running. After Barack, you can't use that she's, you know, well, I'll just say she's not what I call cotton picking black. Okay. She's not an American cotton picking black. Okay. I'll put it that way. I won't say she's not black. I won't say that. Okay. But I'll say that she's not cotton picking black like my ancestors. I'll put it that way. Not here on this soil. Maybe on some other soils, her ancestors were cotton picking blacks, but not over here, that we're aware of, that I'm aware of, not that was presented, period. So, but yeah, had she ran before Hillary, yeah, I would have voted and been all in because I was a diehard Democrat and it wouldn't have mattered what was going on. But on the Republican side, though, um, I never really considered them. There weren't any like black people over there, you know. There weren't any black people over there. I mean, not enough. Of course there's what like is Clarence Thomas Republican? I think so. Um Ben Carson, I think is, so there was you know, a few over there, but nothing to the point where, anyone should be all, sold out for. Okay. And and of course there's, others, but you know, we're not over there in numbers. And people may say, well, they prejudiced. They don't like black people. They rich white folks and they don't care and all that. Well, can't we say the same thing about the Democratic Party in the beginning? The origination of the Democrat Party, wasn't it similar? Didn't black people have to fight for the opportunity to get in there to the Democrat side? So I believe that black people have knocked on the doors and marched and, fought and died and did all this stuff on the Democrat side. But why do we refuse to do the same thing on the Republican side? The doors are wide open on the Republican side, wide open for us to go over there and do the same damn thing. Because on the Democrat side, they only let us get so far. Yes, yes, yes. They let, Barack Obama in. I get that. And I know a lot of black people feel like that is enough. You know what I'm saying? And if the Democrats don't ever do nothing else for us again, hey, at least they let him in. You know what I'm saying? And so I know how we think. I was raised to think that way. So I get that part. Well, at least they let one of us in. You know what I mean? And so we happy with that. And if nothing else good happened from here on out, we still gonna be voting. So the doors are wide open for us to go on the Republican side and do some damage, you know, especially since we're being challenged. I think Trump is strategically, it's almost like he's more than challenging us. It's almost like, look, black people, y'all need to fight over here too. Because if I recall that he was Democrat, and I remember he even speaking against the Democrats at one point, years and years ago or whatever. But he knew if he was going to be president, he wasn't going to win among his friends. He was not going to win among them. He knew that. He had to go on the opposite side and be among people that he really don't even like. He don't seem to care about the Republican people. And now that I'm mentioning the word Republican, I believe Trump when he said that he really didn't give a damn about the Republican Party for real. That's why he changed it to MAGA. He don't even really acknowledge the Republican Party for real. He changed the name to MAGA. MAGA is not the same as the Republican Party. The Republican Party has been there from the beginning. MAGA is some new shit that Trump threw out there. Now, it's great marketing, excellent marketing. MAGA is so big till we think that it is synonymous with the Republican Party. To me, they are two different things. The Republican Party, to me, has nothing to do with Trump's marketing of MAGA. We need to separate those two. The Republican Party will be there even when the mega boat is sailed on. When the mega boat is all done and has sailed on, the Republican Party will still be there. Mega is some Trump stuff, y'all. Mega did not exist before Trump, but the Republican Party was there. And if I'm not mistaken, the Republican Party is the party that had black people in it in the beginning. In the beginning, when it, first started up, I think that's where a few black faces were, even before the Democrat Party. Now, they may have been a few people on each side. Who knows? I mean, I wasn't physically back there, but, we can do a little research and read and stuff. And I'm pretty sure black people started off as Republicans. And then because of maybe like the Civil War and things like that, just stuff happening in the past, um, we switched over to the Democrat Party. And we've been over there ever since, pretty much. So maybe we need to revisit the concept of black people being on the Republican side. I think that we need to be on both sides. Keep it balanced. Instead of hating black people for being on the Republican side, we need to send them over there. We need to send more over there. We need to be as aggressive as we've been with the Democrat Party. We need to be that aggressive with the Republican Party and stop acting scared of them. We need to stop acting scared of these Republicans and go on and kick some ass over there. They say no, okay, push back. Don't tell me no. Who the hell are you? The same attitudes that we have with the Democrats, the white people on the Democrats. White people are white people. White people are white people. Whether Democrat or Republican, white people are white people. For some reason, we think the white Democrats are just so much for us or better for us than the Republicans. How? They all friends. They're all friends. How was that possible? So we need to treat all these white people the same. You know, politicians, I'm talking about the political world, not our neighbors. You know what I'm trying to say, y'all? Not our neighbors, but I'm talking about the our politicians, the people that we pay to run our country, the people that we vote for. You know, we need to hold the white people on the Republican side to the same standard that we hold the white people on the Democrat side. Why do we treat these white people different? They're friends. They're not that different. They all millionaires, whether Democrat or Republican. They still rich. They go golfing together. They have all these, deals that we don't know about. And you know what I'm saying? So I believe that when Black people recognize that we need to put as much energy on the Republican side as we do the Democrat side, then we won't be sitting on the Democrat side looking at the Republican side, being mad and hateful and, all of that. No, let's get over there and handle some business. You know, there's some challenges put out there. And what we gonna do? What we gonna do about it? Okay, they're gonna take well, I don't think it's gonna actually happen for real, for real. I mean, I think at some point, you know, all this is gonna they're threatening what we consider rights. Well, what we gonna do about it? The Democrats are not gonna do anything about it. They're not. They may say stuff, but are they gonna actually do anything? Are they? Have you heard of any plans that the Democrats have lined up to make the Republicans act right? What are the plans? Where are they? Where are they? You know? So all we're gonna do is just complain and not really do anything about all these changes that we think, is so bad that Trump is rolling out. I'm not saying they're good or bad. I'm not, my life is the same no matter who in office. I'm still a Black woman who's been divorced twice and trying to keep her head above water, literally. So it don't matter who in office, my life is the same. You know what I mean? I already put my 32 years in pretty much as a traditional housewife. I was a traditional housewife mostly for 32 years. So it don't matter who in office, a traditional wife, her life is pretty much the same. you know. So on the Republican side, as much as they want to remain, white and rich, I believe that the few Black people over there that's trying to, make a difference the same way that we have done on the Democrat side, we need to help them instead of mocking them and belittling them and all of that. How about we divide up our Democrat Blacks and have half of them on the Democrat side and put half of the other Blacks on the Republican side instead of having, Madam Jasmine Crockett, having to pretty much stand up all by herself on the Democrat side. How many people was helping her? She the only one out there really giving some steam. Where's all these Black people helping her where it really matters? We need some on both sides of the party. We need Black people on both sides to keep balance. And if we gotta, fight a little harder, push back a little more to get it done, let's do it. Roll up our sleeves and do it. I don't see the problem. And don't let the whole mega thing blindside you from what the true Republican Party is about or what it can be about, what we can make it. We need to be on both sides, period. We need to be on both sides. That's the only way I can see it being fair. We need representation on both sides. Black people are black people. Whether we on the Democrat side or Republican side, we gonna do the same job. We still gonna show up. We still gonna do what we gonna do on either side. And you can say, well, how you know that? Well, that's just how we are. That's how we are. The way we are on the Democrat side is the way we gonna be on the Republican side. So it's possible that we fear ourselves more than we fear the Republicans. We fear ourselves. We have to admit that we are tired of fighting. Or maybe we've been, quote unquote, fighting so hard on the Democrat side and realizing that we were just being played. You know what I mean? Like the carrot was always going to be on an extended stick. So instead of running ourselves crazy on the Democrat side and end up losing our quote unquote rights anyway, well, that just means that we need to, if the Democrats couldn't keep our rights, if they couldn't, they didn't do their job. If one if one old white man, which is not even really from here, he's really an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? His parents weren't born here. I mean, like if one immigrant can come and create all this chaos, then what did the Democrats really do for us then? If this man can come out of the blue and not even from this country really and change everything up, then the Democrats, they dropped the ball. We got to admit that. They dropped the ball. If they can so that lets me know that we need to go on the other side. We need to split up. We can't leave the Democrat Party altogether. No. It's just going to be another switcheroo like before. We can't keep going in circles. We need to be on both sides. That's my opinion, you know. So either we going to act like it's enough blacks on the Democrat side, which is not enough blacks. If it was enough blacks on the Democrat side, then Barack Obama, which is half black, come on now, would not be the only black representation. If the Democrats was really into black people like they claim, then Barack Obama, who is half black, and his daddy ain't even from here. Barack Obama's daddy was not from here. He was not a cotton picking black man like us, not on this land. So if that's the best the Democrats can come up with is black representation after all these years, then there's nothing keeping us from going on the other side. At least send half of us. Don't, not everybody. Neither party can afford, well, I can put it this way, we can't afford to just be on one side anymore. We can't afford it because the other side is just doing what's perceived as too much damage. Too much damage. So we got to go over there and get it in order, right? Okay, if we got the one side together, okay, then we need to, keep enough folks over there to keep that under control. But we need to send somebody like if there's a problem in your community, you call the police to come out and fix it. Well, if the Republicans are over there being crazy, letting a whole mega ship come through here, You know what I mean? Then we need to go over there and do something about it. Yelling from the Democrat side is not going to do anything. So this is just me, just talking my stuff. So I did not vote for Trump this time. I did not. Not this time. But I did vote for the Republican Party because I want at least half of the Democrat politicians to go over there, kick some ass, get them people in order. If our white presidents on the Democrat side, if the white presidents on the Democrat side, and then the one half black man, if they did not stop Trump, then we got to stop him. The people do. All the white men presidents on the Democrat side could not stop Trump. The half black Barack Obama could not stop Trump. Kamala Harris could not stop Trump. It's not enough blackness to stop either side from screwing us over. And that's because it's designed that way. The Democrat Party may let us in the house and they may let us in the door in the house and play, but they're not letting us win. Come on. They're not letting us win. They let us play in the house, but they're not letting us win. So there's nothing keeping us from being strategic and dominating both parties. Black people need to be in both parties and dominating both. Period. Period. Is it going to take some work? Yes, it is. Is it going to take some sacrifice? Obviously. I'm willing. I'm willing. Who else? Who else is willing? Willing to balance the scales. If Trump can come up in there with his mega movement, well, some black person can definitely come up on the Republican side with some other kind of movement. Maybe we need to make America black again. You know what I'm saying? Let's make America black again. Hey. On the Republican side, let's make America black again. It's not enough black representation, not enough black faces over there. And even on the Democrat side, there's really not enough black people with voices, I just see Crockett at sometimes. I love her. She is so feisty. I'm not Democrat no more, but I still know good, you know, feistiness when I see it. Yeah, I don't care if it's on the Democrat side or Republican side. If I see a black person standing up for us, I'm cheering. I'm a cheerleader, you know? Now, what Clarence Thomas did I think he's Republican, pretty sure. What he did to Anita Hill was just crazy. It's absolute crazy. So, sometimes, we can embarrass our own selves. Hey, that's life. It happens. So, but yeah, that was my little 2 cents. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to spend my time complaining about Trump because we already know who he is. We already know what he's like. Um, you know, I don't know him, you know. So now the first time I did vote for him the first time. I did. I did because I was so pissed off. at Hillary losing and so pissed off at the Democrat Party. I just felt like we just being played by them, you know? And so I voted for Trump the first time. I did, you know? And I didn't vote for him this time, mostly because they shooting at people. I'm like, whoa, they shooting at folks? This is, ooh, I don't like this. I don't, if I can vote for all the other white presidents that I voted for, I didn't see why I couldn't vote for him. White is white. They all white men, rich ones that I'll never meet. You know what I'm saying? you know. Okay, so white America don't want a white woman. Cool. All right, fine. I'll stick with the men then. You know. But because they shooting, well, I ain't voting for no people on the federal level no more. On the federal level, I'm not voting for no people anymore. Just the party, and that's it. I like how the people in Dearborn taught me how to be uncommitted, when it comes to the people. That was very, very smart on their part. Uncommitted. That really put a whole new, you know, twist on politics. The uncommitted. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know that was an option. That was so cool. And I love to do research and I love to learn new stuff. It's so much new stuff out there. New, new, new. Just millions and millions and billions of information, new stuff. And I love it. That's probably why I have a YouTube channel, just so I can stay current with things. But that's my take on both parties. The Republicans need to, stop being anti color on their side and let more color in. You know, isn't that what Martin Luther King was all about? Being included. He wanted. I think Martin Luther King would want us to have representation on both sides. I really do. You know, I think he marched and had people, sit in restaurants and all this stuff that they was doing so that we could be included all over the landscape. We need to be all up in anywhere there's government, anywhere there's any business, any dealings, we need to be there. We need to be there. If we got to push to get in, like we've been doing, keep pushing. The Democrat Party is not the only push to make. We need to keep pushing. Even on the Republican, we need to be all up in the everywhere. Wherever there's a spot, we need to be there too. That's what I'm saying. That's how I look at it. So they need to get used to the fact that we coming. We are coming. We're coming. We're not going anywhere. And so as far as the immigrants and stuff go, there's nothing we can do about that at this point. There's nothing we can do. But prepare. Prepare. And to me, prepare means we have to unite. And we have to start individually within our own homes. Unite in our homes. Unite in our homes. Set your families up to be successful. We need to stop, you know, getting divorced all the time. Like it's just changing underwear. We get divorced like it's changing underwear. How are we ever going to get ahead if we keep acting immorally? If we don't be committed to our own self, how can we ever get ahead? You know? So the Republicans need to get ready. Get ready. We're going to start coming over there in large numbers. I believe the men, black men, will be first. Now, I haven't had a lot of conversations with black men, but the black men that I've had conversations with, they're scared to leave the Democrat side because they feel like they have so much freedom. They have the freedom to be gay, the freedom to marry white women the freedom to whatever it is that they're holding on to so tightly. They know that once they start going over to the Republican side, that they're going to have to clean up their acts. They know it. They're not ready to give up white women yet. They're not willing to stop being gay yet. They're not willing to start their own businesses. Not enough of them. Not enough. Once we start knocking on the Republican doors, we really have to clean ourselves up again. The Democrat Party has let us party ourselves into twerking on stage. You know what I mean? Look where the Democrat Party has led us. Now, I don't have anything against twerking. I love twerking. Okay. I just don't have a body to twerk. I don't have a twerking bottom myself, but I do like twerking. I don't have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion, none of the rapper girls. I'm from the hood, y'all. I'm from the hood. I remember when the first rap song came out. I'm old enough to remember Sugar Hill Gang. I used to sing that all the time. Okay, I've seen rap transition over the years, you know? So I don't have a problem with any of this stuff. But again, look where the Democrat Party has led us. Look where they've led us. Now, some of us, like I said, are cool with it, super cool. And that's fine, but there are a lot of black people who feel highly offended at where we have been led to by the Democrat Party. They let us just wild out. They let us wild out while dangling carrots in front of us, just trying to keep us distracted and occupied, trying to hold us hostage. But I believe we're being forced to come out the gate or something. That's just what I'm feeling and picturing in my mind. It's like it's almost like the Republican Party is daring us, challenging us, almost threatening us to give it up over there and come over there. And you're gonna say, well, if that's the case, then why didn't they let Tim Scott, you know, get so far and the other black men that, well, they're over there. They are Republicans. They over there. Now, are they gonna just be giving them jobs? No. They're not gonna just be giving them jobs. I mean, they got jobs. They're Republicans, they have their little offices, but they need help. They need us over there to help them get further. Just like we got behind Barack Obama, we need to get behind these 4 or 5, men trying to penetrate the Republican Party. We need to get behind them. Back in the day, it didn't matter what black person it was. As long as it was a black person doing something, we all got behind them. I remember that. I remember those days. But so much has changed. So much has changed. But the Republican Party, through Trump and his whole mega movement, they are switching things up. They switching it up. They're challenging us. They're being aggressive about it. And I can't wait to see what's going to be done. I can't wait to see how the Democrats respond, how they recover. Who is going to run next? I mean, like, who's next? I don't see Harris coming back. And if she do, you know, who could possibly run after her? Who's next in line? So there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the Democrat side as far as restructuring it, having it needs a new purpose. Just like Trump came up with this whole mega thing. Um, the Democrats need to come up with some type of movement like that. They need to come up with, you know, something completely different. A huge marketing, rebranding, re-imaging. The Democrat Party needs some work. And that don't mean that the Republican Party don't. But right now they're in lead right now. They got the power. So, it's their turn. And while they're doing what they're doing, the Democrats need to be getting their crap together. They need to, it's called divide and conquer. They're going to have to make a strategic effort to get to that Republican side. Not because we just love Republicans so much, but because we need to be represented over there. Just like the civil rights movement. The white people at that time did not want black people to be in their spaces. But what did we do on the Democrat side? We forced our way in. But when it comes to the Republican side, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And that's because people don't want to be hung. Well, of course, nobody wants to be hung. Nobody wants to be hosed down. No one wants dogs on them, and nobody wants to be shot, and nobody wants to do what the civil rights people did. And so that's why we're gonna just be sitting on the Democrat side, complaining and complaining forever, not taking serious and being left behind. And again, we need to be on both sides. All right, I'm gonna stop sounding like a broken record. And as far as the Republican Party, once Trump leaves and that whole mega ship sail on, then the Republicans need to realize that it's not gonna know itself after Trump leaves because they let mega become his new name. People are not gonna even use the word Republican too much. Even now, it's all about mega this, mega that, mega this, mega that. Well, it's still not the original name. Republican is the name. And mega is just some marketing tool, something that people put on hats and t-shirts. Come on now. It's an attitude. It's not the actual Republican Party. And so the Republicans need to let black people in on that side. That's what they need to do. It's not going anywhere because it is the Republic. We are um, one nation under God. You know, we're a republic. You know, yeah. So that's it. Click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I know I've been a little shy lately, not been on here much, but just having some car issues and things, and just trying to stay warm. It's freezing in Michigan. Today wasn't so bad. It was only like maybe like 30 or something, but it had been down to like 1 degrees, 2 degrees, and all this kind of stuff. Give him my old 20-year-old van and run for his money. you know. So, but but yeah, I desire. At one point, I was saying that I'm gonna run for president. I'm running for president. I'm running for president. But I realized that it's not about the running. I don't physically have to do that. Not that I would be taken seriously or anything, but possessing it with my voice, possessing it, being on YouTube, talking about my ideas, this whole eternal deficit of mankind thing is really huge in my mind, in my heart. And how to tie it into this topic, even with the eternal deficit of mankind, my theory that I'm working on, um, this ties in. It ties in. But I'll talk about it on the next video. I'm done talking. It's been 51 minutes now. And again, I am not monetized on here at all yet. I don't know if I ever will. but I mean, not I mean, even if I have enough views and have enough, subscribers and all that, I still may not pursue it because there's so many rules and regulations and things to consider. And I really like free flowing it. I've been free flowing it on here for what, 8 years now? 7, 8 years or something. And I like it. I like the freedom that I have to just get on here and just say what I'm gonna say, and whatever videos they want to take down, they just do. You know? But I'm not monetized, so if you want to just be a blessing to me. And sometimes I do get some donations, and it makes me feel good. It makes me keep going, stay encouraged. Most High does that anyway, but you know, in the spiritual realm. But on the natural realm, you guys are supposed to be the ones, you know. Just like I'm supposed to be a blessing to you, you're supposed to be a blessing to me. You know. That's how we work here in the natural realm. In the spiritual realm, Most High take care of us there, you know? So, but He uses us to take care of each other down here. That's how that works. And that's why I'm suggesting that more of us need to, you know, man up, woman up, and get on over to the Republican side and balance it out. We need Black people on both sides of the scale. Think of it as a scale. Think of it as the tree of good and evil. You know, a set of twins. One twin is good, one twin is bad. But you still feed them, send them to school, dress them alike. You know, you still treat the twins the same, even though they are different. Whoa, there you go. Treat the twins the same, even though they are different. We need to be on both sides. Yeah, that's the only way that we can kind of keep a handle on all these, you know, dramatic type changes that these presidents be springing on us. You know what I'm saying? You know. So, all right, guys. So my Cash App is my PayPal Cash App $ Dr. Leisha THE Preacha. You all be blessed. I'm just talking my stuff. If you got some stuff to talk, put it on your channel. Share it with me. You know, I'm very open minded. I don't like a person can tell me to my face, like, you wrong about what you're saying. And I'll be like, oh, really? Tell me why. I'm wrong. How? Oh, wow. I'll just hear them out. I don't be arguing with folks. Because, I mean, just because I'm expressing myself, I'm just one piece to the puzzle. I'm one piece to a million piece puzzle. One piece of a person, of a woman to a million piece puzzle. So there are puzzles that are connected to my little piece, you know, in the whole bigger scheme of things. So, yes, I like to hear people that I agree with, and I like to hear people that I disagree with. Because when people disagree and I hear them out, it either give me insight or allow me to have a deeper confirmation on my beliefs. You know what I'm saying? One way or the other, I'm not losing. I'm not losing. Either I'm going to be enlightened by their disagreement or I'm going to double down on what I believe. And they don't even have to know that. you know? Okay, guys. All right. I love you guys. You all stay encouraged and don't be afraid to express yourself. I mean, like, don't be afraid. If you're led to, you got to be led to. Sometimes we're led to speak, and sometimes we're led to be quiet. Now, I know we live in a world that want the majority of the women to just be quiet all the time. Like if we could have our lips sewn up, you know, a lot of men would like that. But that's not how we're made. We're made with mouths that open and close like everybody else, like men do too. So, yeah, when led, speak. When led to be quiet, and close your mouth. It's really that simple, you know. Now, will there be people outside of you that's always telling you to be quiet? Yeah. But you listen to Most High. Most High, when He tell you to be quiet, that's the time to be quiet. When He tell you to be quiet, and sometimes He'll send somebody, to you. He uses people to get His work done. So yeah, Most High will send you somebody to tell you to be quiet, but you will know it's Him. You will know it's Him, versus somebody that's just being nasty towards you. There's a difference. Okay. All right, guys. Be blessed. Love you. I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon. Because this is getting juicy and exciting. I just love all this stuff, all this political and, political views, religious views, spiritual views. I just like all the views. I really do. I like views. And I like hearing people talk, explain themselves, testify, all that. It's wonderful. Great. I love it. All right. You all be blessed. Bye.